The top 10 American whiskeys under $50 you must try. What is your favorite affordable whiskey? Today we'll be discussing the top 10 whiskeys under $50 that you should definitely try. Whether you're a whiskey connoisseur or just starting to explore the world of whiskey, these bottles are sure to please your palate. Before we continue, pour another glass and hit the subscribe button to learn everything about whiskey. Are you ready to discover some of the best American whiskey out there? From classic brands to up-and-coming craft distilleries, the selection of American whiskey is constantly growing and getting better. When it comes to American whiskey styles, you'll find that bourbon, rye whiskey, and blends are the most popular. But don't be afraid to branch out and try some experimental blends too. In this video, we'll be sharing some of our top picks for American whiskey, including both old favorites and new discoveries. So pour one for you, sit back, and let's enjoy this ride. Starting off at number 10, we have the High West Double Rye. The distiller is one of the first blending houses in America. With a hint of herbal cinnamon and mint, this Utah whiskey is a blend of two different rye whiskeys, one aged for 2 years with a very high rye content, and the other for 4 with much more corn. And that's why it's called Double Rye. It's known for its bold, spicy flavor and smooth finish. Also, this is not a very hot whiskey, given only 46% of alcohol content. And you can expect to pay around $40 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Coming in at number 9, we have the Rittenhouse Rye, bottled in bond. This is a rough and tumble whiskey. This Pennsylvania rye is known for its bold, spicy flavor. The reason it is bold is that it has 50% alcohol by volume, and thus it has a kick to it. It's aged for at least 4 years, giving it a rich, complex taste. The spiciness of this whiskey will bring you back to life, and you can expect to pay around $30 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Number 8 on our list is the Knob Creek Bourbon. It starts off with 50% alcohol by volume, so a strong spirit to lift your spirit. So this is not a whiskey for beginners. This Kentucky bourbon is aged for at least 9 years, giving it a rich, complex taste. It's made with a unique blend of corn, rye, and barley, which gives it a unique flavor profile. With a lot of oak and pine, the flavor profile gives you an intense feeling of whiskey at the beginning and finishes like bourbon. And you can expect to pay around $40 for a 750 milliliter bottle. In the number 7 spot, we have the Old Forester Bourbon. This 86 proof version, i.e. 46% alcohol by volume, this whiskey prides itself on whiskey during the time of Prohibition, so it got a medical license during those no liquor days. With a smoky, burnt charcoal taste with a tinge of sweetness, this Kentucky bourbon is aged for at least 4 years, giving it a smooth, easy drinking flavor. It's made with a unique blend of corn, rye, and barley, which gives it a unique flavor profile. The blast of rye, tobacco, and chocolate gives it a bittersweet flavor profile, and you can expect to pay around $25 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Coming in at number 6, we have the Four Roses Small Batch Bourbon. Four Roses is a unique distillery using 2 different types of mash bill and also 5 different types of yeast. With 104 proof, this bottle packs power. This Kentucky bourbon is known for its delicate floral flavor. It's made with a unique blend of 4 different yeast strains, which gives it a unique flavor profile. The fruit notes came ahead and were followed by the proof of the whiskey and classic bourbon note, and you can expect to pay around $40 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Number 5 on our list is the Wild Turkey 101 Bourbon. They have high rye content from Germany. They believe in natural products. This Kentucky bourbon is known for its high proof, making it a bold choice for whiskey lovers. So this is typical Kentucky bourbon with high rye content. With 50.5% alcohol by volume, the rye flavor gives you a lot of spiciness, but the rye content is well balanced. As the bottle says, it is perfectly aged for up to 6 to 8 years in American oak barrels with the deepest char for more character. It's aged for at least 6 years, giving it a smooth, rich taste. They write on their bottle, "Like the Kentucky rivers, Wild Turkey 101 is mighty, bold, and it takes its own sweet time." And you can expect to pay around $25 for a 750 milliliter bottle. At number 4, we have the Woodford Reserve Bourbon. This is one of the very few whiskeys that uses a pot still. At the start, it gives a smell profile of pleasant oak and vanilla, but the flavor and taste are very intense compared to the rye. Technically, it is not bourbon, but the bottling gives a sense of bourbon. With a good amount of corn and oak, this whiskey is spicy and intense. It's more of an intense Kentucky bourbon. If you're looking for a fruity patch, it's going to disappoint you. This intense Kentucky bourbon is aged for at least 6 years, giving it a rich, smooth taste. It's made with a unique blend of 72% corn, 18% rye, and 10% barley, which gives it a unique flavor profile. In a blind test of this whiskey, you're sure to call this a rye whiskey. The earthy note of this whiskey might entice you. And you can expect to pay around $45 for a 750 milliliter bottle. Coming in at number 3, we have the George Dickel No. 12 Tennessee Whiskey. This Tennessee whiskey is aged for at least 8 years, giving it a smooth, refined taste. This charcoal-filtered 90-proof Tennessee whiskey is matured in cask, offering a lot of caramel and vanilla in its flavor profile. It's not as sweet as others. It packs a significant touch of heat and thus makes it suitable for mixing. It's made with a unique blend of corn, rye, and barley, which gives it a distinct flavor that sets it apart from other Tennessee whiskeys. Most of the spice that is in the flavor profile comes from cinnamon. The rye used is a bit strong, and the whiskey is 45% alcohol by volume, but there is the presence of sweetness. However, it is bound to give you a burning sensation in the finish, so if you are typically old-fashioned, in love with the alcohol taste, go for this. And you can expect to pay around $40 for a 750 milliliter bottle. In the number 2 spot, we have the Bulleit Bourbon. This Kentucky bourbon is known for its high rye content, which gives it a spicier flavor than most bourbons. With 90 proof and 45% alcohol by volume, this whiskey is very tough and spicy. And that's why this whiskey is very popular in the mixing industry. This is unlike other bourbon given its high rye content. With a lot of oak, a typical bourbon character, and a typical rye dominance in the flavor profile. On the first smell test, the hint of leather and orange opens up your olfactory senses, and the flavor profile has a richness of corn. But unlike other typical bourbon, it's not that sweet because of rye content. It's aged for at least 6 years, giving it a rich, complex taste. In a blind test of this whiskey, you are sure to call this a rye whiskey, and you can expect to pay around $30 for a 750 milliliter bottle. And finally, our top pick for the best American whiskey is the Maker's Mark Bourbon. This is a very archetypal Kentucky bourbon for you. This Kentucky bourbon is known for its smooth, easy drinking flavor. It's made with a unique blend of wheat and barley, which gives it a unique sweetness that sets it apart from other bourbons. This is archetype whiskey with no distractions in its flavor profile, and this is straight up the top shelf. Now on the first smell, there is a strong aromatic note of vanilla and caramel. With a hint of honey and fruitiness, the oak develops slowly in your mouth and the finish is quite smooth. They use only American oak. It's aged for at least 6 years, giving it a rich, complex taste. This is very forward whiskey from the go-on, and this is a whiskey for a sunny afternoon. It's dangerously nice for sipping and will give you the time of your life, and you can expect to pay around $30 for a 750 milliliter bottle. So there you have it, our top 10 American whiskeys that you need to try. Each one offers a unique flavor profile and is made with a unique blend of grains. And with prices ranging from $25 to $45, there's something for every budget. So now you know 10 amazingly affordable whiskeys. What is your favorite? Let us know in the comments, and thanks for watching, guys. Before you pour another delicious glass, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more lovely whiskeys. Cheers, and see you next time.